Hello friends, welcome to my channel ELS English Literature Studies with Gaur Harpreet. Today I will discuss Lord of the Flies. This is part 2. If you are interested, you can check part 1 also. Link will be provided to you in the description box. Lord of the Flies. It is a classic novel by William Golding, as already discussed in previous video, and this novel is about English schoolboys marooned on a deserted island, right? And this novel, we can say, this is a powerful examination of human nature. Today, actually, I will discuss some quotes from Lord of the Flies, and these quotes, which will clearly illustrate the novel's central issues and themes, right? And this will also give us a insight into the powerful examination of human nature. So, friends, let's get started. First of all, this is the quote from chapter 2. We have got to have rules and obey them. After all, we aren't savages. We are English. Right? And the English are best at everything. So we have got to do the things right. This quote is from chapter 2, right? And it is spoken by Jack. This quote serves two purposes in the novel. Firstly, it demonstrates the boys' initial dedication, right? It represents boys' initial dedication to have rules and obey these rules, and they express a desire to do the right things. At the in the starting, they had the desire to do the right things as they do it in their own place, right? And later in the novel, the boys descend into confusion, into chaos. They become the so-called savages, right? Firstly, they have a desire to do the right things. Later on, they become the savages, so-called savages that Jack mentions. And Jack, we can say, he is main in this transformation, which brings us to the second purpose of the quote, that is irony. First one is their initial dedication, and second is the irony. This comment reveals Golding's primary theme regarding civilization versus savagery. This is the main reason that he has written this quote. Jack asserts that the boys should adhere to the rules of British civilization on the island. Jack is under the impression that the boys are civil because they are English, right? We are English. That is why I have underlined this line, that we are English and the English are best at everything, right? It is Jack, we can say, he is under the impression that the boys are civil because they are English, because he was taught that England is superior to other nations, and he was taught that it is England which is primarily responsible for spreading civilization that is still prevailing in the world, right? This statement is ironic. Why it is ironic? Because Jack and his followers are quick to shove the constraints of society and give in to savagery. Here, William Golding challenged this popular or prejudiced view regarding civilized and superior people by illustrating the boys' descents into savagery, right? As the novel progresses, the boys revert back to their savage nature and completely reject civilization. Through these ruthless, barbaric, and savage English boys, Golding is commenting on mankind's inherent wickedness, right? And Jack's comment regarding the English being the best at everything also underscores the theme of power and authority. He believes that he is a superior leader. He attempts to be in power and ends up with establishing his own tribe of savages on the opposite end of the island, which he rules as a brutal tyrant, right? So, in this quote, what is William Golding's main purpose? That he is commenting on mankind's inherent wickedness. Second quote, that is again very important, that is from Roger. Gathered a handful of stones and began to throw them. Yet there was space around Henry, perhaps 6 yards in diameter, into which he dare not throw. He is not. He dare not to throw within that diameter. Why it is? He has no courage to do this. We will discuss this here. Here, invisible yet strong was the taboo of the old life. Invisible that we can't see. Here is invisible yet strong was the taboo of the old life. What is this? We will learn from here. And then round the sweating child was the protection of parents and school and policemen and the law. Roger, in this chapter, this quote is from chapter 4. In this quote, we can see how the rules of society influence the boys at the start of their time on the island. Indeed, their initial part of cooperation and organization, which is based on their previous knowledge, as we read in quote 1, that their previous knowledge is based on the memory of old life, where there was punishment implemented in response to misbehavior, right? This statement underscores Golding's view of human nature as fundamentally uncivilized, restrained only by external authorities and social restrictions. And these lines describe the decline of these kids into savagery. This we can say this quotation shows us the psychological working behind the beginnings of that willingness that is shown in last quote, that they had a willingness, they had a desire to be civilized. Roger's cruelty is an important early step in this group's decline into savagery. Till now, the boys are still building their civilization. Till now, they are still civilized, and the civilized instinct still dominates the savage instinct, right? Some of the older boys use physical force and violence to prove themselves superior over the smaller ones. Here, Roger feels the urge to torment Henry by throwing stones at him, but society's rules are so strong for him, which are invisible yet strong, right? They're too strong for him. At this point, Roger still feels constrained by parents and school and the law, policeman and the law, which we know are the institutions that enforce society's moral code, that are very much in need to maintain the course of the society, to maintain the society's moral code, right? Before long, Roger and most of other boys lost their respect for these forces, and violence, torture, and murder break out as a savage instinct, which replaces the instinct for civilization among the group, right? Now, my next quote is, what I mean is maybe it's only us. Why Simon says that maybe it's only us. He says maybe, right? This quote is from chapter 5. Here Simon speaks words during the meeting in which the boys consider the question of the beast, right? According to one of these boys, the beast may hide in the ocean during the day and emerge only at night. They listen to him, but these boys listen to this idea. But now the question arises whether this beast actually exists. Now this is quote by Simon, what I mean. Now this is the suggestion of Simon. What I mean is maybe it's only us. Simon meanwhile suggests that perhaps the beast is the only boys themselves. Maybe it is only us, that perhaps the beast is only the boys themselves. Other boys laugh at his suggestion, right? Through this character, again, William Golding wants to point out that the innate human evil exists. Simon is the first character in the novel to see the beast not as an external force but as a component of human nature. He is the only one to say this line, maybe it is only us. At this point, Simon is not clear about his own idea, but it becomes clearer to him in chapter 8 when he has a vision in the glade and confronts the Lord of the Flies. Next is, there isn't anyone to help you, only me. And I am the beast, fancy thinking. The beast was something you could hunt and kill. You know, didn't you? I am part of you. Close, close, close. I am the reason why it is no go, why things are the way they are. Towards the end of chapter 8, Gift for the Darkness, Simon hallucinates and speaks to the severed pig's head, which is mounted on a stake in the middle of his secluded spot in the forest. As we read in chapter 5, Simon says, maybe it's only us. These words confirm Simon's speculation that perhaps the beast is only the boys themselves. The Lord of the Flies acknowledges to Simon that the beast exists within all human beings. When he says, I am part of you, it means he wants to say that the beast exists within all human beings. You knew, didn't you? I am part of you. The Lord of the Flies assured Simon that the beast is the inherent wickedness inside each boy on the island and is not something that he can kill. The beast's language makes it appear even more, we can say, even more devilish, right? This idea of the evil on the island being within the boys is central to the novel's exploration of innate human savagery. The conversation in which the beast or the Lord of Flies identifies, it takes place only in Simon's mind as he enters a state of psychological and physical breakdown, with the impaled pig's head as the only witness, right? Simon tries to convey it to the rest of the boys, but these evil and savage boys, they mistake him for the beast itself and they kill him at the end. Next is fancy thinking the beast was something you could hunt and kill. Fancy thinking the beast was something you could hunt and kill. William Golding presents Simon as a Christ-like figure, right? He represents spirituality. Here Simon represents spirituality. He's a symbol of spirituality in this novel. It is Simon who has sense of right and wrong. In this quote, Simon realizes that the beast the boys fear is within themselves, right? They are their own monsters, and this conversation takes place in Simon's mind. Simon is hallucinating. It is actually Simon himself who has this revelation. He acts according to his conscience. It is Simon who acts according to his conscience. It is Simon who realizes the evil on the island was the boys' own making, right? Next is, I'm frightened of us. Very important lines. I'm frightened of us, right? Simon tries to convince other boys regarding beast within, but these evil and savage boys mistake him for the beast and they kill Simon at the end of the novel, right? He is proved tragically correct when he is killed at the hands of other boys, thinking that he is the beast. Now it is clear that Simon is correct, right? That the beast is within ourselves. Even Ralph and Piggy joins them. They are spotters of order and civilization. Even them, they take part in Simon's murder. This quote, I'm frightened of us. This is spoken by Ralph, who emerges the next morning out of the coconut trees, limping, dirty with dead leaves hanging from his shock of yellow hair. At this stage, he feels emotionally shaken, as he feels both guilt and horror about the death of his friend Simon. Piggy adamantly persists in calling Simon's death an accident, but Ralph is a firm believer in the power of rules to maintain order, but in this statement he seems uncertain of whether rules can save the boys from themselves. That is why he says that I am frightened of us. So friends, this is all about today's topic. I hope you will like the content. If you like it, please hit the like button, share and subscribe to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, please hit the bell button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos. Thanks a lot for watching.